She fluent in that cash talk. Walk in the booth like Naomi on the catwalk. And tell them bitches whoop whoop from the Jaguar. It ain't even right though. Push me and I might go. She ain't getting money. I'm like, what the fuck the hype for? When them bitches bite flow, make my appetite go. Poof, gone, voila, magic. Looking mad good just to pull up on them rampant.
Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged and Immoral. I am Mecca.
And I'm Jamila.
So, welcome to our Christmas episode. This is actually a weird week. We're doing a double episode. So we're recording our Christmas episode relatively early. We had to go ahead and get that away. Get that out of the way. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
So we can enjoy ourselves.
So we can enjoy our Christmas with our families. You know, we have those and we have feelings too.
Yes. So by the time this drops, it'll be the day after Christmas for those who celebrate. I know we have a pretty
Hanukkah.
Mixed audience. Yeah, there's Hanukkah and
Islam.
Kwanzaa. Have you ever celebrated Kwanzaa?
No, we weren't that pro-black.
Yeah, I've never really been that black, but I know Umoja.
I remember from the Proud Family.
Yes.
The Proud Family Kwanzaa episode.
You know, and if I see somebody post like a picture on Instagram, like, you know, little slides, I'll repost it. Solidarity with my brothers and sisters. I'll be like, yes, Kwanzaa.
Some hot Cheeto dust just went in my throat. I'm sorry. Yes, Kwanzaa, ethnic, black power to the people.
Can take
all
off.
Black lives matter.
Yes.
Immediately, yes. So, Christmas. Let's get into our sweaters. I got this from the thrift store. I get all my Christmas sweaters from the thrift store. I feel like it's the best to you know, what is it? Checking your consumption. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and then also if you get like a lot of unique and vintage good sweaters, like I have a pretty vast collection at this point because you can get them for like anywhere from $3 to $5. And like around this time of year, I'm going to be wearing Christmas sweaters like every day. It's cold. It makes sense.
I need to get me a few more, actually. I forgot what website I got mine from. This is actually from when I had my Christmas party. I think it says some ho-ho-hos in here or something. Santa ho.
Oh.
Ho. I don't know. Want to be Santa ho?
I don't know
what it says. Maybe I can read it.
I
don't know.
That should say Santa's favorite. That don't say nothing about a hoe on here.
It say ho?
Oh, at the bottom?
On the bottom.
I'm looking at a different camera than y'all. Okay. Oh, Santa's favorite hoe. I really like that. I would like to get that one.
Very much my tea.
You know, you can't slut shame, so I would love that.
Exactly.
So what does your family do on Christmas?
It really depends on the year. To be honest, my parents have this thing of pretending like they don't remember things that they've done for Christmas. Like one year, my parents would be like super anti-Christmas, like we're not getting no tree, we're not decorating. I'll be like, okay. And then the next year, they're gonna be acting like they decorate all the time. Like we love decorating, we love Christmas. Here's a tree, and I'm like, what's going on? And then they always pretend like they don't remember the previous year. So we have this like ongoing argument on whether or not my parents actually like Christmas or not. I still don't know.
Interesting. Yeah. I feel like I had like a mixed childhood when it came to Christmas. It was very magical all the way up until my parents got divorced. Let's talk about trauma.
And well, that'll do it. That'll do it.
And I will say my parents, like their marriage was falling apart probably from the time I was like in 4th grade, but it officially like disintegrated when I was in 8th grade. And so basically going into my freshman year of high school, my dad moved back to San Francisco in the Bay Area and we were still in Sacramento, right? So up until that point, we were big on decorating, big on activities, big on all the stuff. My mom just kind of was caught the humbug, which can't blame her. You know, it is what it is. But we created like a whole new tradition. Like we would go get Chinese food. We would act like Jehovah's Witness on Christmas. We would go see a movie and eat Chinese food, and it was like honestly really
super
cool.
TV though. Yeah, that's
I was gonna say it was kind of clutch. Like, we still got gifts. Like lit. We still got gifts, and we just didn't have a big tree and like all that type of shit. But like I got a laptop that year. Like it was always like one huge gift. It was never like
I always heard that like when the kids are experiencing divorce, that's when the gifts get really good. That's what I heard. Is it true?
Yes. Oh yes, because you're not a child of divorce. Your parents are still actively in love. Shout out to Jeff and Darla. They like each other a lot.
They are. They are still married.
Like to have a laugh with each other from time to time.
Yes,
yeah, so the
yes.
gifts did get really good. It was just obviously like the one major gift. And then like
True,
I feel like
true.
especially me being at that age where I was angsty anyway and being in high school and being 14, it was like, I don't want to do that baby stuff anyway. So it kind of meshed. I was being fictitious when I
Trying
said
to be
trauma,
grown.
obviously. You know, I was trying to be grown anyway. So the whole Christmas thing, like it didn't bum me out as much as one person would think it would. It was pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've always loved Christmas. I'm a holidays person. Like, I like holidays. I like to decorate for the holidays. I like to get in the spirit. My sister, on the other hand, she's a Grinch.
So
for no particular reason.
Jamila's sister.
Bitch is weird.
Running joke. I have 50. You see, I have my helpers this week, and Flex Alexander. He's not on camera this week. He's taking a nap next to me. But Jazz, who is Jamila's older sister, walked in and was like, "You have 36 Christmas trees in here."
She was too stunned to speak.
It was. I do, but it's necessary. It's Christmas time. I like the way I look right now is reflective of also how my house looks.
You are definitely, as you call, a maximalist. So yes.
Yeah, I am a maximalist. I love that like my space reflects who I am. I think it's giving shade. Stop. Like
you definitely, so it's funny because I knew that, and I knew that when Jazz walked in, I knew she was gonna scream because she hates Christmas. So imagine you being a maximalist and a Christmas lover.
Yeah.
She probably wanted to peel her skin
I have
back.
shit hanging from the ceiling at my house. Like I have candy canes and shit hanging from the ceiling. So Jazz walked in and was very silent for a second. I did not know. She was like, I did not know.
And I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, I didn't know that because when I stayed with Jazz a couple years ago, I mean, the house was, I guess, clean. It didn't give minimalism in the way that it was being described to me. Not that I remember.
She's very like neutral. Gray.
Yeah, like I definitely do remember it was like neutral tones. Yeah. I'm color. I have a lot of color in my house. That's like I think that neutral tones and minimalism is a byproduct of white supremacy. I'm dead ass. I really read a whole little article on it, and when I read it, it makes 1,000%
They're removing
sense.
Culture from the home, and now it's cold and gray.
We all have to be exactly the American white picket fence. Everyone has to be the same bland colors. And if you think about any ethnicity and culture, people from cultures are big on colors, and it doesn't. I'm not even any race. People are big on colors, so all of a sudden, everything has to look like the psych ward and be white and nude and all this shit. Like
looking like Kim Kardashian's fucking house.
That shit is ugly. I'm sorry, I don't like it.
That shit looks like a prison. I would have slit my wrist by now if I lived there.
I just want to say, when I walk into any home that very much gives 2003 the Tuscan vibes, I feel like safe. I love a Tuscan theme home. I love walking into homes of people who have
got
not
carrots in a jar.
Updated. Yeah, no, the olives and shit in the jar, and a jar has a hole in it. If you haven't updated your home since 2004, please invite me over so I can take a nap and sleep peacefully. Seriously.
I feel like I'm like in the middle between you and Jazz though. Like I'm like perfectly in the middle because it's like I like color. I mean, I just honestly started decorating my spot because I feel like I'm actually gonna be here for a while now. So I feel like I'm definitely like a good middle point. Like I enjoy color, I enjoy pops of things, and just I want it to feel like a home. But I'm also like I get overstimulated. So I also have a tone down a bit so it can just make sense for me, yes.
I feel like there's no such thing as overstimulated for me. Not like in the way that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. As far as like your home.
And as far as like decoration, I was obviously overstimulated at Jill Scott when you guys were screaming.
I was going to say, because you said I was overstimulating you.
I was definitely overstimulated. It was the loud noises.
I am very loud. And, well, I don't know how to not be.
I mean, same.
I get excited.
Nonetheless,
you know what's really embarrassing? When I'm sitting here next to my brother and I'm just thinking we're having a great, fun time and I'm being myself. And he damn near puts his hands over his ears and goes, please, enough.
And it's crazy because Jelani is like you, but in a quiet version of you. Y'all act the same.
We're the exact same, but it's like his meter is so much lower than mine. So we'll both be bouncing off the walls. The next thing you know, he's okay. Enough. Wait. I have
social
like
meter runs
minutes.
out. I absolutely feel that. Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Sure. Literally,
you
and
only
I feel
have
like
30
my
minutes.
My social meter. My that shit don't run out until I'm home alone. I have like FOMO.
Really?
And so I just always feel like I have to be aware and up and like I'm ready to bounce. And like, have you ever like had the sleepovers with your friends? Like I'm always the last one to go to sleep because like I just want to have fun.
Whoa.
Forever.
Okay. So I was never the first one to go to sleep because I felt like that was lame. You couldn't be the first one, but I was always the close second. I would be waiting. Like I'm like, oh my God, is everyone tired? Does everyone want to go to sleep?
I know you're not talking because your ass didn't even make it outside because your ass want to go to sleep so goddamn bad. For Essence
I have
Fest.
always been who I am.
Music. Yeah,
I have always been who I am. I want to go to sleep. You saw on Thanksgiving they were making TikToks at my house. I had tapped out and went to sleep. I said, okay, I'm gonna go take a nap, guys. Bye. Have fun in my living room.
I just don't tap. It's like I'll be tired too. Like I'll be so exhausted. But it's just like everybody. I just want to have so much fun. I love fun. I love activities. I love doing things. And then once the last hat drops, I'm like, okay. And then it's like, and I crash because it's just like, damn, I overextended myself again.
See, that's my thing. I will never overextend myself. Like the moment my social media runs out, I just am like, okay, well, that's it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to figure out how to get out of here. I've looked like a dickhead several times. I really, because I just like
disappearing act for me.
I will disappear. If I don't even want to deal with people, be like, no, don't leave. I will just leave.
Yeah, because I'm all for peer pressure. Like, no, stay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Your friends will be like, no. And it's like, the thing which you're not understanding is you can't actually convince me to stay. Like when we were at one music fest, and that's why I was cracking up because historically, I never, and it happens every year at Hampton too, I never make it to like the after club move. I made it 1 year. 1 year I made it. And it was because we fell asleep and I happened to have woke up at like 11:30 midnight. You know, the club doesn't close till 2. And everyone was like waking up at the same time and was like, do you guys just want to go to Norfolk, go to the club? And we were like, I mean, might as well. And even once we got there, somebody stole this girl bag, this Delta bag. And I was laughing. I was drunk. And it was like, we're in the middle of Norfolk, Virginia. Why the fuck would you put your bag down? This is how you know you some Hampton ass bitches. Like, what the fuck is we talking about right now?
Dumb.
Like, we in a club in Norfolk. Like, come on, blood. You don't sit your purse down here. Yeah, one of these motherfuckers finna pick it up. One of these niggas finna pick it up. That's basically what happened.
Easy grab.
And so I was already schmizzed. And so I'm like, and I looked at Mikey and I was like, she put her purse down. Like, I was just, you know how you shocked? Like, she put her purse down. What? And one of them heard me and she was like, this is not funny. And I was like, yes, it is.
A little. It is actually.
It is like, funny. I'm so sorry. That was really immature of me. I should not have laughed, but I couldn't help it. You know,
I've always I will maintain my immaturity until I die, to be honest with you. It's my goal in life to actually never mature.
Fair enough. So. I laugh at everything. I've come from one of those families that cracks jokes at the funeral. So, you know, It's very hard for me not to find humor in quite literally everything.
It's like, you know? I'll figure out something to laugh at right now. Actually, at my grandfather's funeral earlier this year, we were just talking about this. Obviously, everybody's very sad. Losing my grandfather was a lot. I'm sitting there next to my cousin and we're literally in the middle of crying.
Wait, which cousin? Is it?
Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sitting next to him and we're just crying. And we're like, sad granddaddy. They had just closed the casket. When I tell you, we looked up and seen your twin June with this bright,
I knew it was gonna be
ass blonde wig. When I tell you, we literally almost bust out laughing so hard because we were like, we look up, we go, what the fuck? Because why would you wear that goddamn wig to my granddaddy's funeral? It was so unserious. And I thank her and I appreciate her to this day for giving me a little bit of laughter in that moment because I did need to crack a smile in that moment.
I just want to know, like, what was the style of the wig?
It was
feel
like a short.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
find
because
a
Jazz
picture and
sent the picture.
show it
I
to
feel
you.
like I know what wig it
And
is.
she did look a little ridiculous, but it's just like that's just so her, and I love that for her. She's so funny, and it really cracked me the hell up that she wore
The
that shit
picture
there.
of me in June when we were at La Fleur. And we literally had matching wigs and looked like this is me in 20. This is me right now, and this is me in 20 years.
In 40 years, like
that shit was so
absolutely.
funny. I think June is hilarious.
And then we have a picture of it's like me and you, and then my aunt and her. So it literally looks like us in 40 years. Like, what the fuck?
So for those who aren't picking up, we're putting down, June is a light-skinned woman who is very unserious, but she's also Jamila's aunt's best friend. And so Jamila looks very similar to her aunt. And obviously I look very similar to June. And also apparently I act kind of like June as well. So
yes, very much so.
But June is also
think about
hilarious.
Mecca if Mecca was born in 68.
In what? 68? Exactly.
In Mobile, Alabama.
June is me in another parallel universe. Absolutely. I would agree. Because the picture of the wig, if it's the picture that Jazz sent, if the wig was short, and I've seen it, and I didn't see the issue.
I know you didn't. And it's like, it's not necessarily that there was an issue.
Nothing was wrong with it.
Unserious. It was just like to see that when I opened
you wanted
my
her to put on her court bob, and she gave y'all a feisty little number.
I wanted a litigation swing. I wanted one of them numbers.
You wanted a
said,
you know, the bob that Megan and Cardi and all of them have put on when they put on their power suits. That's what you want to do.
A casual wig. I wasn't expecting the pole dancing wig. It just
and June put on a nice little a little pixie with a little bit of hair, a little bang, something fun. This is what it's gonna be.
See y'all later.
Rest in peace. But that don't mean I stop being fine.
I got to say me.
We're gonna take a break. And we're back.
Speaking of funerals and craziness, let me tell you what happened at my Uncle Pokey funeral. Now, for reference,
Merry Christmas. Black people go on funeral for funeral. At the good feud.
At the good old feud. So just for reference, my Uncle Pokey, rest in peace, I suppose, was a man of a certain characteristic that you just had to experience. He used to have a little limp walk, because he had drove off a cliff in Hawaii. This is the story I was told. To this day, I don't know if this is really what happened. This is what he told me.
In Hawaii is such a detail.
Right. So he drove off a cliff, and so now not now, but he used to have a walk.
A little limp, little pimp walk.
And then a couple years later, he ended up getting one of his legs chopped off because he was an avid smoker. So imagine a big crazy limp and a peg leg. And he was a little bit crackheadish, you know. So it was an interesting show. So when my Uncle Pokey died, it brought out all the characters.
Of course,
we're sitting in that church. Me and my cousins are already texting each other about all the things that we see. This lady gets up there. I think her name was Candy. And we don't know who this lady is to this day. And she was talking about my Uncle Pokey like that was her daddy and her daddy at the same time. It confused us all. And we were like, huh? Because we're looking around like, as far as I know, Pokey ain't got no goddamn kids. So who is this woman? And it was quite a show. She looked like she just got up off that street.
Off the blade.
Off the block.
Off the straw. Off Stockton Boulevard, child.
Yeah, I said.
Off Bissonnette, child.
I know what you are.
A little catwalk, child.
Hey. So yeah, that was a fun moment at my Uncle Pokey's funeral. Yes.
My dad is actually the guy at the funeral who no one wants to give the mic to. So being his daughter at funerals is very... You're not surprised? I have stories about him saying outlandish things. When my cousin passed away, she had Down syndrome. And so like she was kind of everyone's baby in the family. And she was older than I think she was born in 1990. Fun fact, Alice, her name was Alice. She is actually a prince. Her daddy is Jay Prince's brother.
Oh. Oh.
Like, that's why I joke. And I'm like, yeah, Alice, reputable in Houston. Child. She a Prince,
yeah,
bitch. Her last name was Prince. Alice Prince. Like,
crazy.
My auntie was married to him. Like, my auntie know Jay Prince and all them. They daddy and all type of shit. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that a little another crazy piece of Mecca lore? Matter of fact, matter of fact, if you were here last week, it's Auntie Pam. Feel that stairs for connection.
We're gonna start connecting a whole bunch of dots on this episode. You gotta just keep paying attention. We gonna just keep up.
Remember the names.
I need somebody to start drawing trees and connect this. Just start drawing the web now.
Pam. Fell down the stairs. Alice, Prince, Jay Prince. So basically at Alice's funeral, and Alice died like a day, like my birthday's April 8th and Alice passed away April 3rd. The funeral was right after my birthday, or the way it fell that year. Anyway, my daddy showed his motherfucking ass. Now, granted, my grandmother, she's 97 now. So whether it was like 5 years ago, she's maybe 91, 92. So my dad takes the mic. And obviously my auntie's toe up. Everybody toe up. We all sick to our stomach. I'm already looking like, please don't let him talk too long. Y'all know he gonna say something crazy. This is the first thing he say. This before the bitch. Just know he always didn't have no sense.
Always there. He was always there.
It was never giving sense. So when I first got the call, I thought it was Mama. And then they told me it was Alice, and I was relieved.
Fred, please.
When I say, I literally looked up and said, take the mic. But I said it audibly so people could hear me. I said, take the mic from him. Wait, and here go my cousin, or his cousins, because, they all, oh, Freddie. And the church just go. Like, it was the way, the audible, oh, Freddie, why would you say that? And the church was just like, this is something out of a movie. This is not real. He did that, and then at his best cousin Turk, rest in peace, Turk, that's Darrington Godbrother, Goddad. Turk was a big drug dealer in the Bay Area in the late 70s, all through the 80s. He went to jail. And all through the 90s, matter of fact, he went to jail right before Darrington was born. He got out in, I want to say like 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. But Turk was birded up. He always had, he was one of them. At his funeral, I was in high school when Turk passed away. My daddy said the N-word in church and was like, this nigga Turk. Da-da-da-da. Mind you, we're like in the Bay Area. We're in a huge Baptist church. Like, and it was just like, oh, Fred. So yes, I could go on and on about the things. And my dad is also like a funeral person. Like, if you die, please understand, even to this day, he will try and make it to your funeral. I used to feel like he would go through the obituary and look for funerals to go to. They like funerals.
Old people like funerals. They really do.
In San Francisco, like, he's a well-known person, and the people of his age group, he knows all of them. So he will go to everyone's funeral, bro. It's like insane.
Yeah, old people love funerals. I remember a couple years ago, actually, this is really not funny, but it was on God, one of the best laughs I've had in my life. I was around, I can't even say who they are because they're no longer a part of our life, but I'll just say there were some people that was connected to us for a moment in time. Okay. And we went to their house, and because we found out that somebody had passed away.
Okay.
So I'm going to give them some names. Let's say Andrew, okay? Now, there was an Andrew.
Okay.
Huh?
Andrew is the people who you used to be connected with, or the people who died?
People who died.
Okay.
So there's an Andrew and there's an Andrew Jr. Okay. To just put that in perspective. We go to the house because we had just found out that Andrew Sr. had died. We get to the house and we're trying to tell the person, and the person had assumed it was Andrew Jr. And so their reaction was so insane. Like, and when I tell you, I had to literally put my head down because it was just like, oh, And do you know how hard it is to hold a laugh? Mind you, I'm with my sister. Me and that bitch don't never need to be around each other when there's some serious shit going down. So we're just sitting there like, and I'm literally holding on for dear life because the person literally thought it was the other person. And so then at the end they're like, wait, what are you talking about? And it was like, no, not him, his dad. And so it's like, oh, damn. When I tell you tears were running down my face, I said, oh my, he was like, oh my God, no. And it's like, that was still kind of an appropriate reaction, but we were also still trying to figure out, why is he, like, damn, like why
he thought it was a younger person.
He thought it was a younger person. And then when we said, oh, okay, well,
that makes sense.
Still damn, I get like, but to see the reaction change.
That same thing happened to me, Jamila, thinking the wrong person was in the casket. I know you know this story.
In the casket is crazy.
Oh, okay, so, but mind you, in my defense, I was like 8. I was so, I had 2 Uncle Johns. Oh my God. And the Uncle John that I'm talking about literally just passed away like 2 months ago. I was very sad because of the story. But I had like the church we went to in the Bay Area was called Pilgrim. And my family was really involved in like my biological family. My grandmother's youngest sister, Aunt Baby. I didn't say that nickname last week. We call her Aunt Baby. Well, she gets called
to the web, y'all. Add that
to the web, baby sister. But we, she's auntie to us, so she's Aunt Baby. But the siblings called her baby sister. Anyway, her husband was named Uncle John. And then there was another man at Pilgrim named Uncle John. And I liked Uncle John, Uncle John with the glasses, because he would always get really low. He was like an engineer, very nerdy. Like, hello, Mecca dear, how are you doing? And this is like when I was like 2, 3, 4, like these are my early memories. And he was like one of the first adults who talked to me like I was a person, not like baby talk. So I really fucked with it. Kids remember that type of shit, like when you treat them like they're a person. And that's part of the reason I always try and talk to kids like, hey, hello, how are you? Because I just remembering like, hey, you're treating me like somebody, I like you. So when they said Uncle John died, that's who I assumed, because I didn't even really talk to the other Uncle John like that. Like I knew about him, I knew him, but it just didn't fuck with him like that. So we're coming from Sacramento because Pilgrim in like San Mateo, you feel me? So we got to the funeral late and it was like a closed casket. So they closed the casket, they didn't open it back up. So we go sit through the whole funeral. I'm thinking it's Uncle John.
Mourning a whole different.
I'm mourning, bitch. Oh my God, Uncle John, child. Like, damn. So I get outside. I'm about to connect another web for you. John S., the pimp from last week with the hair implants. Connected. My daddy, John S., and I think it was Uncle Pigfoot Slim. Honestly, like they all sitting there congregating. And it's me and Darrington. We standing there talking, and Uncle John, he comes up and he does what he always does. He gets down on my level and, hello, Mecca dear, how are you doing? And bitch, I about shit in my motherfucking pants. Because remember, I didn't see who was in the casket. We got there late. The casket was closed. I was shitting bricks and I like froze up. I didn't know what to do.
Did you think it was a ghost?
I didn't know. Yes, bitch. He had got up out the casket, child. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And then
now he came to visit you.
Child, everybody was acting normal. And then my daddy was like, nigga, he's talking to you. Because the way I was just.
Like, I thought you was dead.
I thought you was dead.
So who had the casket?
Bitch, who had the damn casket?
Who am I mourning?
So then I was like, hi. Oh, no, you should know my God. So, old niggas, he just come off on me. So we get into the repast. I'm instantly on my that man over there supposed to be dead. Who is in the casket? Who is it there? I'm in my mama ear heavy. My mama looks at me and she kind of like chuckles, like she trying not to laugh because I'm shook. And I'm like, and dad over there acting like he not supposed to be in the casket, blood. Like, help me. She like, Mecca, that is the wrong Uncle John. It is Aunt Irma's husband, Uncle John. I said, oh my God. I done put the wrong motherfucker in the casket, child. And I done almost peed my pants in the process.
Them ain't even his tears.
Listen.
You gave that the nigga wrong tears.
Wrong tears. I gave him some tears 2 months ago because now he really has gone to glory. But I tried to put him in the ground 20 years ago. Shit. But after my mom confirmed that was wrong with Uncle John, I ate my greens and fried chicken in peace, and it was good because funeral food is good.
One thing about that goddamn.
Every time I see a TikTok where it's like black people immediately after the funeral.
Y'all, I don't know if it's the grief, but baby, that repast chicken,
it's gonna hit every time. Please give me some Crystal hot sauce.
And the funniest part is like you still be sad because I remember my grandma's funeral. We're still sad as fuck. That was a very sad funeral for everybody. It was a lot for us. That was the matriarch of our family.
Yeah.
But we all simultaneously started eating and looked up like,
this all right.
She good. That put that foot in there. Yeah.
You know what? Hell yeah. Shout out, Frankie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Food was good as fuck.
Funeral food always hits, child.
We're going to take a break. And we're back.
And this is how I know I was raised by old black people, because you know how old black people will just tell you randomly what they want at their funeral? My mom was at that age. Oh my God.
They are crazy a little bit, aren't they?
Like, please stop. Every time she said, now you know I done taken care of everything. All you got to do is go in that drawer and call that number right there on that card. Everything is taken care of.
And they be having they casket out.
She got her shit planned, girl. She said, you ain't got to. She said, it's paid for. You and Derek don't have to do a thing. Just you call that number. Please, just go ahead and call that number.
Crazy.
I'll be like, Mom, please, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, but you need to know, just call that number. I want to be cremated.
Listen, they got my daddy. Let me tell you about my daddy's plans.
Oh, my God.
And it'll give you a little bit of...
Jamila, this is the thing. Being raised around that, I done planned my own funeral. Not to sound too morbid. I know what the hell I want to happen too.
So now we can get into that conversation.
Exactly.
So this little bit of lore about my father, the way he wants to go out, will tell you a lot about him and who I was raised by. This man wants to be cremated.
Okay.
At first, he wanted to be planted in an apple tree. He has since changed his mind and wants to be planted in a marijuana plant.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Smoke his body.
And he wants y'all to smoke it and think of him.
Just smoke his body out. Daddy, I don't know about that. That's a lot for me. But that's what he wants. Those are his wishes. I think my mom want to be cremated too. I don't know what she want to be planted. Might as well plant her damn weed plant too. Everybody getting smoked. Now, for me personally, I've always said this, and it freaks everybody out, but I think it's so intriguing. I've always wanted to be stuffed, kind of like taxidermy, and sat up on the pew with everybody else.
You can do that, though. They do that a lot overseas. Like, they will sit them up and prop
me up, put me in a seat.
I don't like that.
I want to be cute. It is creepy, but I think it's like such a hoot. And I also used to want to have this situation, right? My last gag of the evening. My last hoorah. So basically, everybody comes, right? Everybody's sitting in the pews. They're waiting. They're just waiting for the visual, right? The view. And so the funeral director comes in and he opens the casket. Body gone. Everybody's like, where's her body? Where's her body? And then they unlink a chain and I come flying from down the ceiling like Paris in springtime.
And you're just hanging from the ceiling to her?
And I'm hanging from the ceiling like this. Whoop. And then it just
like
scares
some
everybody.
Damn strange fruit.
Near death. And then everybody's going to be like, that damn Jamila.
Girl, I'll be like.
So that'll be like my last.
She want us to think she got lynched up in this church, child. Hell no.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be hanging from my neck, just kind of strung up.
What you need to do is do the casket shit, but then have you stuffed on the back row and be like, where's Jamila? Look at her back there, and you just.
And I need y'all to put a smirk in my mouth, like put a couple pins in.
And then they'll be, this bitch crazy. Look at her on the back pew. Why she got herself on the back pew right now?
Like, imagine you thinking you sitting next to my, excuse me, ma'am. Oh, my God. And it's my dead body sitting there.
Your exact reaction when you seen that girl ass in the bubble skirt.
Literally. Like, sometimes I'm thinking, do I want shades? I don't know. Like, I know that dead eyes is kind of scary. I think
you would need the shades because they can't. You got to put the shades on, child. They take your eyeballs out.
Because I want to be full but maybe they can put glass balls in there, kind of like taxidermy.
Well, I don't think that would. I think that would look strange. I think it would be scary. I think the shades look like you sleeping or something. That would be nice.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be cremated or what is it? Embalmed.
Embalmed, yes.
I don't know. My mom have real strong feelings about being cremated. I don't know, and I don't know where that came from. I feel like, I don't know, my grandmother wasn't cremated. And she didn't look bad, but she had been sick. She had cancer. So she didn't necessarily look like herself.
Yeah.
I remember they forgot her denture. This the reason she really didn't look like herself. Her face looked okay, but they had forgot to grab her dentures before they took her body.
Y'all buried her loose without them dentures?
They tried to stuff her mouth, and it still looked like she ain't have her teeth in. So she looked. I said, that's my homegirl out. That's who watches over me, child. I'd be like, grandmother, watch over me, child. Like the candle, child.
I read a lot of stuff about them getting buried, so now I sometimes don't be want to get buried, but at the same time, cremation scares me because why y'all want to burn my body up like that?
But you dead anyway, girl. You don't give damn.
Right. I be thinking about that, but I don't want to be burnt up. But then it's like, okay,
but you gonna be in the ground anyway.
The earth. It's a whole lot of bodies in the earth that probably don't need to be there.
My grandmother's in a mausoleum.
Oh,
she in the wall.
She ate that.
Yeah, she is in a wall, child, in Sacramento.
I like that. Yeah, but all the bodies in the ground, and on top of that, it's not just bodies, so it's not just decomposing. We got bodies in boxes. So I remember somebody said on Twitter, "Bury me loose," and I never let that go. Just bury me loose.
Just bury me loose so I can be one with the earth once more.
Bury me in the backyard.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I really want to roam. When you die, do you want to roam for a little while? How long you want to stay with your spirit? How long you want your spirit to stay?
We was just talking about this with Jazz. If I didn't have any unfinished business, I would have to let my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ know that I had some things to get done before I crossed over.
Yeah, I guess
I just want to sit and I want to enjoy what this is like. Yes. I want to maybe haunt a couple people, see what that's like.
Oh, for sure. That's actually on my to-do list.
I want to scare some people, I don't know.
I want to have a dual citizenship.
Yeah,
I want to come
you
back
following me. I want to just be able to hang out with my friends on the other side sometimes and come back and see what y'all doing. I always
want to go. Yeah, I want to stay. I want to see what y'all up to. I want to see who talking shit.
I want the babies to be like, that lady from the picture is over there in the corner.
Yeah, they gonna know, baby.
Because babies love doing that.
They do.
Babies love doing that. You see, I just told y'all about this, but the one little TikTok where the girl, her mama thought she had an imaginary friend, and then the mama took her to her grandmother's house because her grandfather had passed away, and she was like, "Oh, that's my friend," and they was all like, "That one you've been talking to this whole time, that's your friend."
Crazy. I love stuff like that, but it also gives me chills and shivers. But I'm such a spooky person, what's funny is I'm currently editing the Thanksgiving vlog, so we're talking about our
y'all basement
haunting
and
basement.
And that picture I found in y'all basement.
Yes, but it's what's crazy because a lot of people don't believe in spirits, ghosts, and all that, and it's funny because I always say it's really nothing to believe in. You just have to experience it, and once you experience it, you'll understand. It's like I've experienced so many spooky ookies that it's just I don't even think about it. I don't even think about it being this Santa Claus type of thing. It's no, there are spirits still here and I experience them all the time. I've had real life experiences with the afterlife.
I just don't understand how you could believe in the Holy Spirit and not believe in a regular spirit. You believe in Jesus and all these other spooky dookies and getting, but you don't believe in, that don't make no sense, baby. That don't make no sense, but don't.
And it's if you want to break it down scientifically, energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
No destroyed.
Only transferred. Only transferred. So even scientifically, it goes into it.
It's something that's going on there.
I've had quite a few spooky ookies, and so I'd like to do that to people. If I knock on some wood, goddamn, die today, I'm staying here forever, bitch. You got me fucked up. I had plans, bitch.
Oh, I
gotta make sure y'all drop some shit. Make sure y'all drop every video in my phone, naked or not. I got.
Can you imagine that? Somebody dropping. What would you do if someone leaked your nudes?
It depends on which nude it is.
I would say I've always said this. I wouldn't now, as a nude sender. Let me be transparent here. I'm a nude sender. I'm a work of art.
We are of an age.
listen, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. I like to get the lighting right. I like to do, I'd be standing behind plants and have a titty here and a titty there.
Oh,
like, you know, like
you pose it.
I like to give a scene.
Okay,
I like to tell a story.
Yes. I like
and
that.
I've always been this way. So you can possibly find nudes of me very thin. You can find nudes of me thicker. You can find
variety pack.
Variety. You can find when my breast was an A cup. I'm now a D cup. Across years and genres, there are nudes of me floating. And if one were to ever leak, first of all, I would know who did it. I would know who did it. Two, I would not be ashamed. I would have to sue you for revenge porn off principle.
For sure.
Off the principle.
Off the string.
Would I be embarrassed?
But
no, I look good.
Right. I think it depends on, like, for me, most of my escapades are faceless. So it's kind of just like, I don't know.
That's my
Could
problem.
Could be me.
Could
not be me. I don't know.
I've never cared about the face. If one
drop with my face, I'd be like, ooh, awkward. I do think that I look pretty decent in those pictures, i.e. that's why I sent them.
Right.
It'll be a mixture of embarrassment. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely be a little embarrassed because it's like, oh my gosh, you guys are seeing my chi-chis.
Stop looking at my labia, please.
It's just like, oh my gosh, I did not intend for the world to see me butt naked. Like, I'm kind of like, I'm not a prude, but I'm not like super comfortable just being naked in front of everybody. So it's like I would feel exposed, but at the same time, I would be looking at the comments like, well, what do y'all think?
Do you remember when we were in our early 20s? I used to send my nudes to the group chat for approval.
You did.
I'm a naked individual. I'm okay with nakedness. Jamila has lived with me. She's seen my nudes and be like, I guess this one. Thank you. Sure. That's all I needed. That's all I wanted from you.
Picture B, I suppose.
I mean, that's really all I needed to know. Thanks for your service. That's why I sent it. Appreciate you. Like, I'm really okay with nakedness. I've always talked about, like, I be in my room with little moms. Well, little moms don't be in my room. I be in my room minding my business with the door closed naked. She busts in my room. Ugh, why are you naked? Anyway, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I'm naked in my space. And before you got here, I'm home. And before you got here, I used to walk around this house naked. I'm simply only naked in my space because you're here. And now you're in my room, in my space. So I think you're the problem. Does Noah not give a fuck when you're naked?
See, here's the thing. Noah is, and I have to put this in context because you'll understand. Noah was breastfed for a year and a half.
Oh, okay. A long ass time.
He was breastfed for a very long time. And for about 6 months after he stopped nursing, he still had an extreme attachment to my breasts because they were comfort for him. So he would like just hold them, like just squeeze them and like kind of just have to just, I wanna, but I don't think I can anymore.
No, said I'm a titty man.
So now, even to this day, he's very much like, he'll just come up and be like, and it's like, well, stop.
Noah.
Like, move. Because I think he still kind of remembers that level of attachment. Like, but he also squeezes just me in general. Like, he's very affectionate.
Yeah.
And he's very clingy and he's very loving. But he likes to squish my body. So he'll squish my tummy. Tummy.
We used to do that with my mom. I think that's like kids in general.
Yeah.
The attachment you have to your mom's body. And that's why I don't necessarily like, it's like, I get it, but I don't like when people sexualize everything. Like, it actually really upsets me.
Not like
as
that.
Someone who,
I
feel very blessed and very fortunate that I didn't come from a family that we didn't have like weird people. But I come from a family that's very comfortable around each other. But it wasn't until I went to high school and started, meeting girls who have been like touched and molested in their childhood. I have never considered these things. And again, I consider myself very blessed too. It wasn't until I was of a sound age. And then even not till I got to college that I really started conceptualizing some things about like abuse and why people think the way they do and why people move and why like how your trauma, having experienced that, will guide how you treat your children. Like, it's made me more aware in terms of how I want to treat my children so I can protect them. But you simply don't know what you don't know. And so I don't have like a background where I had men in my family who were preying on me. So I would like, it's not my first thought. It's not my first go-to. I have to really think, and that's the other thing that I've just noticed on the internet, especially lately. We don't all have the same life experiences. And if the person doesn't have the experience, their go-to thought is not going to be your go-to thought. And it's not because they're a bad person. It's simply because they do not have that knowledge to pull from. Yeah. So like when I think of my mother and my brother and like, you know, being attached to my mom, like we slept with my mom until we were 12 years old. Well, I left at like 8. Darrington stopped sleeping with my mom until he was 12. She had a huge king size bed.
The fuck out, they weren't having that.
I mean, your parents were trying to fuck. Like I said, my parents' marriage was breaking down. So my dad was in the guest room, child. What the fuck?
Literally, I will shoot myself on camera. Don't ever say that shit again. Fuck.
Child, you don't think Jeff and Dollar be getting it in, child? That's how I want to be when I get grown, child. Yes. I'm gonna be fucked till day I die. Child. That's all you need to know about me.
Yuck.
So wait, but what I'm saying is like, and then on top of that, my mom, and it's funny because I'm not affectionate. My father's not really affectionate. My mother is extremely affectionate. So I grew up, even now when my mom hugs me, she likes to bring you into like her body. So I grew up, and Darrington is the same way. If you ever see Darrington really with my mom, Darrington is a grown ass man. He will get up under my mother, like, because that's how she used to have us. So it's like, I just remember sometimes comments would be made, especially when Darrington was like getting grown, and he would really be still on her and like kind of nuzzled in her, and it would be like, "Oh, he's a boy, that's weird." And it's like, this is his boy mama. What did you talk about right now? This is his mama.
I hate people like that, and I hate that people try to taint like this image of kids, and it really frustrates me. Like even with like breastfeeding in public, you know, just breastfeeding in general. It can get weird really quick with some people making it weird, but it's like it's the most normal, natural thing. Like I just didn't think of it like that. And then, but also I think my worldview and perception was a little altered, not because we necessarily had, you know, creepazoids in our immediate family, but because my dad was a social worker.
Exactly.
So because he was a social worker, he's seen a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was, my parents were very strict in that way, and they would always tell us. And then here go my mama, you know, she's very loud and abrasive. Chester the molester, going to get you. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, you know, it was always like very, like, I think my parents are very just like
aware,
anxious about anything happening to us. So we were always like talked about stuff like that. What was appropriate, what was inappropriate, you know.
Something that
really
my mom did is we
like
never had nicknames. So like we used to be, we were like 3 calling, I was like 3, this is my vagina, because like
that's a very good thing to do.
A teacher, so she wanted to, if something did happen, you need to be able to say he touched my vagina, and it not be
none of this flower
do you get
shit.
what I'm saying? It not be any discrepancy or question, like, no, she knows her body parts. So like we've always known actual names. We've always said
that's super, super healthy. I hope everybody listening does that with
I
their
hope
kid.
that you
have to use real words.
You have to use real words and use the real words that are used, so that, you know, your kids can identify their body parts. It's not nasty. It's just their body.
It's not nasty. It's literally the name. It's okay.
We're going to take a break.
And we're back.
My dad was the same, but on the flip, because my dad's a street nigga. Right. So the things that he was necessarily worried about, it's just, and he's also a nutcase. Like,
correct. Shout out to Fred, man.
Fred is so fucking crazy, man. He used to do shit.
You have to experience him.
He's insane.
He's an experience.
He is like, he's a person who you have to experience. And I mean, I feel like so much context is provided even with the stories. But then once you experience him, it's like, oh yes, well, I get it. He used to do shit like we were never supposed to open the windows. Because again, you're a street nigga. You know, you've robbed people. You've done this. So like, he would do shit like knock on our windows. Mind you, I'm looking at him. I know it's my daddy. God. If I open it, blood, you're not supposed to open the damn window. You ain't ready. It was you ain't ready. It's you. So
that is insane.
It got to the point where he would like knock on our windows at night, and we would have
that nigga putting y'all through.
When I say we had like Jimmy rigged hood ass boot camp fire drills. I swear to God, we did.
That is so ghetto, but I love it.
One time he did, this is so, and my mom be mad at him to this day. My mom used to leave me and Darrington in the car when we got a little older, when she would run in the store. So there's this Rite Aid. I don't know, it's not even a Rite Aid anymore. It was a Planet. It was a gym. I don't even fucking know if it's a gym. Anyway, we went to the fucking Rite Aid She left it's in the car. I guess my dad drove by because, you know, same city. You know, he's in the area. Saw us. Was like, hey, come get in the car. We're not thinking of it. We're like, this is my dad. So we get out my mom's car. We get in my...
You failed again!
No, my mom failed. This nigga sat and waited like maybe a couple parking spots back. Watched her come out, freak out, start yelling, have you seen my kids? Have you seen my kids? Just for him to drive up and be like, and that's why you don't leave him in the car. She's like, you Fred! It was like, my mom don't even cuss like that, but she was cussing this nigga out. My mom does not curse. But can you imagine? Yeah. Can you imagine? You think your kids just got kidnapped, and your supposed husband pulls up, and they were like, yeah, why the fuck did you get them?
And y'all just in the car bouncing.
No, because it's like my parents had definitely taught us not to get out the car. So it made sense in our head. Like they would get out the car for their dad. Wow. I was like, Fred is just, I'd have so many stories about, I never tried to sneak out because my dad had all type of booby traps and shit.
I just was not trying to sneak out because my parents are fucking crazy. Are you shitting me? I remember people used to like suggest it. Bitch, no. I don't even want to go out that goddamn bad, bitch. I hell no. I used to get in trouble for little shit. I ain't finna get in trouble for no big shit. I don't want to know what that's about. Fuck no.
Listen.
No, thank you. But you know, in hindsight, no shade. You know, I know my parents gonna listen to this. I should have did that just once, just to see what y'all was really
hindsight.
About it.
I could have did it. My parents were older.
I could have did that shit low key.
I could have. Darrington was sneaking
in the
out.
High school years. I bet he was.
Especially by the time we was at Hampton, it was just him and my mama, and she was like tired. And mind you, he had taken over my grandmother's room, which is like the mother-in-law quarters of the house that we lived in. Mm-hmm. He was doing all type of shit. He was sneaking all type of shit.
So the one time we did what we thought was like super risque, it was literally the funniest shit we've ever done. So basically, of course, at some point, when we would get home from school, my sister was in high school, I was in middle school. So we would be home by ourselves for a while. Mm-hmm. And my parents would get home later because my dad's a teacher. My mom used to work a different job, but she would get home late. And my sister had just gotten her permit and a car, but she was not allowed to drive. Like that was very known. But we were so hungry. We were so hungry. And then she was like, I'm just going to drive to McDonald's and get us some food. And I was like, don't do it. We're going to get caught. She was like, no, like I just have to, like we have to be really quick. And like, because we were just so hungry. We're like, the whole time we probably could have just ate something in the fucking house, but we were just being greedy ass bitches. So she left by herself, and I'm in the house like, like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get caught. We're gonna get our ass toe up. This bitch gets home. When I tell you, we never ate so fucking fast in our life. The way we like balled up the evidence into a bag, into another bag.
I was literally about to tell you, so where'd you put the McDonald's evidence? Where'd you put the trash?
We destroyed all the evidence, and then I was thinking to myself, they're gonna know that her car was hot. You know, when you drive, you know, that car got a little little heat. I was just thinking of all the things like we're gonna get caught. Do y'all know that my dad came home probably 30 minutes later with Burger King in hand, and we said, and we were just like, oh, do you know Jazz greedy ass ate that Burger King?
I was thinking in my head, okay, well, that don't mean I'm not going to eat the Burger King.
No, when I tell you we had just finished eating. My dad had got home earlier that day and brought us food. Like I'm like, oh my God. So I'm literally like this. I'm trying to eat. So like, thanks, Daddy. This was the best thing you could have ever done. Wow. But I could not finish it because I was so full. And Jazz ate that goddamn shit. And I said, damn, bitch. She was like, I mean, shit. So we years later, we told them about that shit, but we just thought it was like, we were scared shitless forever because of that. Like, so no, I wasn't sneaking the fuck out. I was scared.
I wasn't doing nothing I wanted to sneak out, child. I really wasn't. Mm-mm. And by the time I was older, my mom she trusted me because I wasn't on shit. So my senior year is when I started going to like little parties and shit. Junior, senior year, I was allowed to do that. And my mom was also the parent to like pick us up.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would be like, oh, can you pick me up today? So it was like, I knew my mom was coming to get me. So I didn't have to sneak out. She was dropping me off and coming to pick me up. So I was never even on that. Darrington on the other hand, child.
I know he was having a ball. I was the kid that I was severely behind socially as far as like just milestones, if that makes sense. You know, like I had my first kiss lay, all those things. But at the same time, it's like I wanted so bad to be fast. I really did. But I just
it's like the way you wanted to be fast is so funny. I remember the first like
I just couldn't.
This is so crazy.
Through.
So in high school, this boy tried to talk to me, and I found out later that, and even to this day in SAC, he's known for this. And this is when I was bigger. He was known for he only dated bigger girls.
A chubby chaser is what they call him.
Exactly, a chubby chaser, a BBW lover. I did not know that, but the way he came at me, mind you, I'm like 16. He was like, "Oh, your titties are so ripe and big." Like he was talking crazy in my Facebook messages.
Ripe is crazy.
He said some crazy words. That's like, mind you, he was only like a year older than me, and I was like,
Did you like it?
No, I didn't like it. I was turned off.
Yeah, so shit was like too overwhelming for me.
I was overwhelmed. I said, "Oh, I don't like this at all."
Yeah, too much too soon. Actually, I don't like this.
Actually, I don't want you to discuss my breasts. Thank you.
Too much. When I went to my first basement party, I knew then I was not ready for basement parties.
Sabrina used to be grinding on the ground at the basement parties.
I wanted to so bad. I get there, and this is when I was friends with the real fast girls for a little moment in time. I loved them. They were so fun. Shout out to my fast friends. I don't know where you guys are these days. They had a basement party. I convinced my parents to let me go. And obviously I get there early because I'm a fucking dweeb and I didn't realize that, you know, the party started at 6, niggas is coming at 8. I didn't know. I got there at 6. Bitch, I helped set up the fucking party. I'm there with her mama. She like, I'm just like so lame. Like, oh my gosh, I thought you said 6. I don't know. So I get there and I'm just so overzealous and excited. And then, of course, all the people start coming in. And it was a couple of boys that I had crushes on. And I will never fucking forget, some Pretty Ricky head came on. The boys had drugged some chairs in the middle of the circle and sat down.
I know that's right.
And I was like, in my head, I was thinking, this is my chance. I'm going to go give him a lap dance. One of these girls brushed past me. It was literally like from Save the Last Dance, like, watch me squash this shit. And brushed past me and started grinding on the boy that I had a crush on. And I was like,
she took your nigga.
Hey, I wanted to grind. I wanted to do it. Mind you, didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do because what am I doing? And then it just got so sexual out of nowhere. Like everybody was on the floor humping and doing the Chris Brown, you know.
I wanna take
it was so much, and I was literally like,
that song did come out around middle school. And motherfuckers were having a sexual awakening. Middle school parties used to be so sexually charged.
For just dry humping.
We had teen clubs in Sacramento. So you had...
Bring back dry humping, though.
Listen, Jamila, I just said this on TikTok. We're not talking about nothing having to do with Christmas right now, chat. Ain't that about it, bitch? We're talking about funerals, middle school humping. Like, what the fuck?
This is really how my brain works.
Like, welcome to our brains.
Welcome to the Christmas episode, dry humping.
Listen, I'm into it. I love, to this day, I love a good little dry hump.
I love a dry hump.
Not everything needs to be wet.
Like, it's like, I feel so strongly about certain things. I feel like we're losing recipes in life.
Fingering too.
Can we kiss longer than 10 seconds, please? God damn.
Can you lick my neck till my pussy gets wet? Please.
Start it up.
Rev it up.
Like, come on. Like, hello. What are we
doing?
Yeah, bring back all of those things.
It's because motherfuckers just show up bricked up like, whoa. So you've been,
and it's just like,
been holding that.
Calm down.
Please. Let's do some foreplay.
Let's pour.
I will say, for me personally, I'm a bit communicator. I don't mind letting a motherfucker know, like, hey, this is what you need to do, to be honest. So I don't really have this issue, but I have had it. In the past.
Yes.
And when I have that issue, I either make my, requests or I stop talking to person. I don't understand y'all keep fucking with men who don't satisfy y'all. That and then when y'all break up, oh, you ain't fuck good anyway. You ain't. Well, why are you fucking on someone for years and years ain't fucking good? Sister, you think you dragging this man? I don't get it. You not eating the way you think you eating. If his dick was too little to hit the spot, why you fucking with him? Because the dick not going to be too little for somebody else. There's somebody out there for everybody. They already booing me on the internet. I might as well just make them boo me some more.
I fear that I've been there before.
And you know how I feel about it.
But I shan't go back.
Ain't no love strong enough.
I shan't go back.
I don't want to love a motherfucker so much that it make me look past trash ass dick. And I wouldn't want the same for men. Because, men be acting like, no. If that young lady not doing what she needs to do to satisfy you, then you better get the fuck.
I seen somebody tweet, imagine you marry somebody that's not your best eater. Actually, I can't imagine that.
I cannot imagine that. I would only eat one of my best eaters.
Married. How are we getting married if you're not my best eater? I don't understand. I'm not tracking. I'm not following you there. Actually, no, I don't get it.
The eating needs to be top tier.
Top.
Of the top.
Tip top.
I will say, historically, I've been someone who likes to fuck every day if I'm in that situation where I can. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, nigga.
But I do definitely see how sex slows down because I be so busy.
We're adults.
We're adults. I don't even be having time to fuck the way I would want to fuck. It'd be like, oh. And I'd be a little tired now.
Oh, I just want to lay down.
Hold on.
Oh my God. Auntie tired. Let me just.
What's that in my back again?
Actually, can you just rub my back till I fall asleep?
Please, just hold me. Just caress me.
Thank
you.
Just
dry hump me a little bit. You ain't gotta stick it in, child. Just do a little hump.
I don't even need all that, baby. Auntie tired. Ooh.
But the men, they be doing the same thing too. They be doing the same because you feel me. I done tried to get my beat and been told. I'm
tired.
Unc had a long day.
Unc had a long day is crazy.
Unc had a long day. Not that Unc. Shit. Well, the crazy part, Unc was always ready to fuck.
Oh.
What's the shirt? Old bitches winning. Old niggas winning. He ain't never give me no problems. Shit. No, I fucking am.
Ew.
And he would be bragging. I ain't even got to pop a Viagra. Shit. Let's go then.
Were his balls low? I heard they dropped.
No. And you know what's crazy? Balls drop with age, but it's kind of like how people's face age is different.
Okay. So all balls don't
balls don't drop because his balls weren't they weren't even the lowest. I've seen men our age with balls lower than him.
With really low balls?
With really low balls.
Low elasticity in that skin.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so I was fucking with this Nigerian boy, and his balls were really, really low. And then he was but I thought it was because he's so tall. I don't know. But low balls be slapping your clit though. Don't listen to this podcast for no children. Y'all, please. Merry Christmas. It puts a little sensation on the clitoris. Bitch, it feel good. I ain't had no problem with them low ass balls, girl. Go ahead. Slap away.
Oh my God. Let's spin it. It ain't no other segue to get from there.
Shout out to low balls. Low hanging
balls.
He gotta be hitting it from the back for it to hit your clit, like what I'm talking about, y'all know.
Precisely. Not that I would know.
Yes, you would.
I know nothing about that. I've never even
I don't know nothing about that.
I am the Virgin Mary.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
We're gonna take a break. And we're back.
We're going to get into our segment, Spin It. This is for any situation that might be messy, low down, and disgusting. You can always send your situations that you might want us to add a little PR spin to at unhingedandimoralpod@gmail.com. Spell all the words. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. We want to preface this and say that the advice we give you may be unhinged and it may be immoral. PR is not about what is ethically correct and upright. Jamila, what are we getting into?
Let's get into it. Hey, Mecca. Hey, Jamila. Hope y'all doing good. I have to start by saying I love both of you guys. I've been following you on TikTok for years. Lord knows I can't read today, and was so excited to see this podcast of both of you. The first 2 episodes have been hilarious and learning more lore amazing. I wanted to write in so y'all can help me with the situation. LOL. Okay, period. Let's get into it. So I ended my last relationship 3 years ago with Jay. We were together for 2 years, and I agreed to be friends after the breakup. In the 3 years I've been single, I've been lightly dating for the last 2, multiple people, but nothing serious. Jay is aware, but every once in a while still says things like, want to get back together. Mind you, we broke up because he was continuously messaging other women on top of other stuff like not cleaning the apartment, etc. So I'm good. More recently, I've been dating someone new, D, and thinking it may be more official soon. So how can I tell Jay this directly, but not rudely? I'm still cool with his family, and he's nice as a friend. I also draw art for his music clothing brand, so sometimes it's business, but I don't know if I just need to stop talking to him completely. Do I also need to tell D about our history if I continue to be friends with Jay? Let me know, girls. Sorry if it was long. I feel like I needed to give all the details. Love you guys. Thursday just became my new favorite day. Looking forward to listening to y'all like we're on the phone while I'm working. Period.
Thank you, girl. First of all, you don't need to tell these niggas a motherfucking thing about what the hell you got going on. You don't tell your left hand what your right hand doing.
Yeah, so that answered that question. You don't need to tell either of them
none of their goddamn
anything.
business.
Right.
You ain't married.
Hello. You said you want to be official with D. That's cool and all.
Are you official now?
Oh, hello? And is there a ring? And it seems like you enjoy Jay as a friend. You enjoy him being around, so keep him around.
Y'all, I'm not, listen, and unhinged anymore. The advice is unhinged anymore. It's just going to get you out your PR pickle. What you're trying to do is how do you handle this telling Jay about D? You don't need to tell Jay about D at all. You don't need to tell D about Jay. But I'm going to just give you some straight game. You don't got to tell these niggas your own motherfucking business. These niggas don't tell you all that motherfucking business, child.
They don't.
These niggas don't tell you everything.
They don't. They won't. They shan't.
They shan't. Don't they won't, they shan't. There is no reason to feel you are not in a relationship with either one of these men. And I can definitely understand not wanting to get back with Jay, but you got the business shit going on with him. I'm going to go ahead and assume you not working for free. And whenever you do some, he busting you down some.
I would hope.
You cool with his family. That's cool. You and Jay still cool. If he drop a hint here and there that he want to get back together, so what? Maybe. Say something cute. Maybe. I don't know.
String him along.
Hello.
We're gonna act like that's not what these niggas be doing. String him along. Get what you need out of the situation. You are getting friendship. You're getting work. You're getting experience with your work shit. So string that nigga along. Every now and then he say, "Let's get back together." You be like, "You so crazy, Jay."
Child, you and listen. Every time I be up there riding horses, who you think I'm riding horses with? I don't deal with that man no more.
Sometimes you got the key to get what you want out of things.
Of course, he still tell me I'm pretty. I'm pretty.
And I'm going to say thank you. Thank you.
Anyway.
Appreciate you.
I want to ride Big Mama. I'll be up there next week.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Girl.
And unless they ride in the same circle, they for goddamn sure don't need to know about each other. Why would you ever tell your 2 niggas about each other? That's like code number 1, bitch. Them niggas don't know each other, even if they was in the same room, even if they did know each other.
And let me give you some advice, PR or life advice, however you want to see it. Deny. Even if you get caught up, you die with the lie.
Yes.
You're single. And the other thing is, you wouldn't need to, like, if it was me, I don't know if Jay is pressing you, trying to figure out why you don't want to get back with him. It's been years at this point. That's what I would say. I'm like, first of all, it's been years. But second of all, like, I'm a lady. Stop asking about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's like when niggas start asking what's your body count, what's da-da-da. I'm a fucking lady. Whoa. I'm a girl.
Hey, that's
don't
so
ask
invasive.
me that. And it's just simply because it's rude.
Yeah.
Like, it's rude. Like, I'm.
Stop.
Is it not weird to pull and be like, how many motherfuckers you fucked?
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Who says I'm fucking you?
Do you want to be one of them or not? Stop.
Yeah, girl.
And, you got to ask yourself, I don't know if you're still sleeping with Jay, but it gives you are. I ain't gonna. It do give that you still laying down with Jay. And I presume that if you're still laying down with him, it's good.
No. I hope she's not laying down with Jay because she said Jay kept the apartment dirty.
Don't seem like they still live together. Well, so fuck it.
Something about niggas being dirty. I don't like that.
She is still fucking that man. You know she is. And if it's good, keep on going. But you got to keep them boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Don't let him come back in your house and dirty shit.
Don't let him come back in your house. Don't move back in.
You're not my man. You're not my dad.
Like, no. Yeah. Matter of fact, go ahead and add a third to the mix. You getting bored. I'm getting bored for you.
That'd be my answer for everything. Oh, matter of fact, add a third.
Add another.
Because you're getting too focused on these two.
You get too focused on and that's always the sign that it's time to move on and add something new. You get too focused. Mm-hmm. Oh, should I tell this one about this one? I don't know. What should I do? I'm Mia. Get another nigga.
And if that nigga don't work out, you get another nigga.
Get another.
And if that nigga don't work out, you get two niggas. So you would be
up to the drill.
Word to Monique. That was some of the best advice.
That was the best thing that she ever said in her life.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that bonnet shit. Get more niggas.
Well, I hope that helped you, sister girl. Flourish.
Let us know what happens. Let us know if you add a third to the mix. Yes. Let us know if you end up telling them about each other. I don't think you should.
Hey,
there ain't even nothing to PR spin there because they don't even need to know.
They don't even need to goddamn know. Fuck.
Well, let's get into number 2.
Niggas. Okay, y'all. So as you know, we're going to go ahead and start reading some of the comments that y'all have been leaving us under the pages, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all those things. Be sure to keep leaving those comments because we definitely will read them on air. And even if we don't read them on air, we'll definitely read them outside because we love listening to you guys' thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into the first one. This is from Frequent Rider. I already follow both Mecca and Jamila because they are so entertaining and super fun to listen to. I love this podcast so much and look forward to it every Thursday now. The cherry on top is that they talk at a speed that keeps me engaged. 10-10. We are fast talkers. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm crying. We don't talk slow.
Yes, we get straight to the point. Mr. Tacos 98. If you're in the car all day for work like me, this podcast is a total lifesaver. It's straight up hilarious. Like, I'm laughing so hard, I probably look unhinged to other drivers. The vibes are immaculate, and it legit feels like your funniest friends are riding shotgun. Long drives, not mad anymore. The podcast keeps me sane and entertained. 10 out of 10. Would recommend for anyone living that road warrior life. Oh, that's so nice. Baby, I don't even know what the hell this name is. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm so happy to have this podcast. I've been looking for a replacement since them British boys. I'm here to stay.
It's no Batties in Atlanta.
Oh, dear. KDB23 said, I love them both on TikTok, so I knew this show would be a hit. Very funny, relatable, and unhinged. Her.
So I'm going to read this comments from Spotify. E-Buck. Ooh, girl, that's...
Y'all got some names on it.
I was going to say, E-Buck-Lamac. Where can I find Chris? LOL. I want the vibes, but I can't find his IG. Let me tell you, his IG is St. Chris. He for sure do be at the Sugar Room in Houston on Thursdays, and then he be at Off the Record on Friday. He just made a new Instagram. Yeah, his name is St. Chris with a Y. So SAY NT and then Chris. And he's in like a white sweater hoodie on his profile. Desiree Kelly said, the secret to always having a good time is finding your favorite DJs and going to their events. Exactly. That's why I have all of Chris's information. Lauren Flagg said, okay, music. Shout out to Audie. That is Jamila's best friend, actually.
Yes. Shout out
and
to
she
Audie
is a rapper and she does our opening theme song.
Yes.
Matter of fact, why did Darrington, fun fact, Darrington also raps. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hurt when y'all didn't have me do the open. I said, you're not a girl. It didn't even make sense.
Ain't no telling what you would have said.
And Darren, he said, I would have sang sexy. Like I said, that's not the... Okay, anyway.
I'm crying.
Chan said, watch 3 episodes in a row, and this episode by far is the craziest. Please don't ever stop. I love y'all energy. Also, shout out to HU. I didn't go, but I was up there a lot. I'm from Norfolk. Oh, literally, shout out Norfolk. And Gab said, okay, but I've got to know how he got into the apartment. Like, what was the reason? Baby, when I say we'll never know how he got in that goddamn apartment.
The world may never know.
We will never know how he got in that goddamn apartment, girl.
Okay, let's get into some of these YouTube comments. I got to zoom in. Y'all know my eyes ain't good. _3 Empress, whatever. Jamila's faces are hilarious. I love the podcast. I'll be listening to it at work, trying not to bust out laughing. Love y'all. Love you too. I feel like Charlotte McGage. Y'all got some names on y'all. Teshrian, whatever the fuck. Every time Jamila stares at the camera, it's like she's breaking the fourth wall. I'm so glad you're peeping. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, so when I watched it back literally this week, I was like, this is actually hella funny, especially when I said, just because she did that don't mean she's not in heaven. And I was being dead ass because, all you got to do is accept God as your Lord, Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. You still go to heaven. Jamila looking at the camera trying not to laugh.
I'm going to always look into y'all souls. At Ebony1297 said, LOL, these episodes be like butter. Makes the day worth it. Period. At Lauren Turpin 2745 said Mecca casually saying she was gonna stab that man is just real as fuck. I mean, hell yeah.
I mean, you know what? Hell yeah.
You know what? Hell yeah. At Cameron Rivera 6689, the stalker story was crazy. It was indeed.
As fuck. It was crazier to live. Imagine walking in and you can tell someone's been in your bed and then you find like their literal epilepsy medication.
My skin would crawl.
Social security card. If you know anything about epilepsy, that's like, you have to take that every day.
Yeah, nigga, you need that.
You need that.
Nigga out there seasoning shit. But hey, he deserved that. No shade.
Well.
Oh, this has been another episode of Unhinged.
Merry Christmas! And remember, if he has low-hanging balls, it's not the end of the world.
Unhinged and Immoral is hosted by Jamila Bell and Mecca.
Produced by Melisa D. Monts and Diamond MPrint Productions.
Post-production by Coco, Llorens.
Production assistant by Melanie D. Watson.
Music by Audie and Brooklyn Billionaires.
And graphics by Claudia, Choi.